Hi, we are Jose Espinosa, Andres Brito, David Cabrales, and Gary Celorio, and we are going to explain the evidence number 2 of the subject of math. It is flawed. Well, I'm going to explain the challenge number 1 of the evidence, and first of all, let's read the problem. It says, in the latest floods, we saw an helicopter that was 1100 feet altitude over the water mirror, and its eastern side when the depression angle is of 35 degrees. A group of people asking for help from the roof of a house could be seen. On the other side, west from the helicopter, a depression angle of 27 degrees. It is seen a group of neighbors on a float on their way to help the people on the house roof. Our challenge will be classify data, interpret the information given, and choose the right law, scenes, or constraints to solve the challenge. Obtain the distance between the floor and the group of people in trouble, and make the polygon graphic that represent the situation given, including the trial elements. The first step we have to do is to identify the data and the formulas we will use. First of all, as you can see on the graphic I made, the altitude is 1100, and the depression angle is 35 degrees on the right side. It's important to know that the depression angle is the one that is going down, and that's why this angle is, like, as you may think, outside the triangle. To know the angle that is inside the triangle, the only thing you have to do is to rest 90. Why 90? Because 90 is the value of our right angle, as here. So this will give us 55 degrees on the right side, and the same thing in the left side. That the only thing that changes is that we have 27 degrees. So minus 90, we have 63 degrees. Okay, we already have the angles that are inside the triangle, but we miss we need the other angles too. So to know all the angles, it is easy here because we have two right angles, These two right angles, as the law says, it is of 90 degrees. So now that we have two angles, the 90 degrees and the 55 degrees angle, the only thing we have to do is to add them up and rest to 180. Why 180? Because 180 is the total out of all the angles inside of a triangle. For this problem, we are going to use the trigonometric identities, as you can see on the square on the right. The most suitable formula for us in this problem is the tangent. Why the tangent? Because the tangent asks us to have the angle, obviously, the opposite catent and the adjacent catent. These catents depends on the angle we are going to use. So in this problem, we are going to use the 55 degrees angle. Why? Because I want to know the distance between the middle point, and the persons that are asking for help. So the only thing we have to do is to clear the formula, as you can see here in the slide. The only thing I did was to clear the operation. As you can see here, we have the tangent that is opposite catent over adjacent catent. The only thing is to clear the operation in order to know the value we want to know, obviously. So the only thing I did was to pass the adjacent catent to the other side. In the original formula, the adjacent catent is dividing. So as we are passing to the other side, it will pass doing the opposite operation than the original formula. So in this case is multiplying the tangent. As you can see in the right, that is the result of the opposite content, and in the left, sorry, I made a mistake. On the left side is the answer of the right triangle, on the right side we have the answer of the left triangle. So to know the incognita that we were asked in the beginning, the only thing we have to do is to add these two values and know the result, as you can see right here. That was all for the challenge number 1. Thank you, teacher, and thank you all my partners.
Okay, we're going to start the challenge 2, and in this problem we have the sides, and we need to find the values of the angles, and we have these sides are A, B, and C. These are the sides, and with this we're going to find the values of the angle. And first we're going to start with the B. With this we're going to find the B, the value of the angle B. Okay. When we have the value of the angle B, with this we're going to connection, and that's meaning that it's very easy. Okay, we find the value of B. And with this, we're going to use the sin law to find the value of C. And that is all that we're going to do, and we're going to start. Like I say, we're going to use the sin law. Okay. And with that, we're going to do a subtraction of the angles, 180. This is very simple, and we just have to do that. Like I say, we're going to put the 180, the value of B, and the value of C. this is a subtraction. I have the results, but if you do that, you're going to spend more time, but I have the results and it's more easy. Okay, the result is this. And this is the value of A. Okay, for conclude, spend more time, but I have the results and it's more easy. Okay, the result is this. And this is the value of A. Okay, for conclude, like a conclusion, the only thing that you need to do is find the values of the angles, pues with the first value that it's the B, and you use that to find the value of C, and with the subtraction of that two values, you find the value of A, and that is all. It's very simple, but it's like a complete problem, but it's easy. Thanks, that is all.
Hello, I'm going to explain how to do the challenge 3 of the evidence 2 math 3 regularity and repetition. So let's start. First start, we have a triangle, a scalene triangle that has some measures and some angles, but the others we don't know, and we're going to apply some laws to get it. So we have the angle of A, it would be right here, it would be 38 degrees. The angle B, we don't know it, that it's right here, and the angle C, we also don't know it, that is right here. The measure A, that is right here, we don't know it either, but the measure B, it's equal to 9, and the measure C, it's equal to 8, that is right here. So with these values, we will have to know the other values. It's very easy. So to get in the measure A, we will have to do this. We will have to apply the cosine law. For the cosine law, the formula is a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2 multiplied by b multiplied by c multiplied by the cosine of a, that is the angle that we already have. So a squared is equal to, we substitute the values, 9 squared plus 8 squared minus 2 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 8 multiplied by the cosine of 38, that is the degree we already have. I already told you the angle. So this operation give us 31.25, but so we had a square, we pass it to the other side, and it's a square root. So the square root of 31.25 is 5.61. So A is equal to 5.61. Now with knowing A, we will have to get the C. That is very easy for getting. So we'll have to apply the sine law. For the sine law, we'll have to do equalities. The formula is sine of A over A is equal to sine of C over C. That is equal also to sine of B over B. So we will have we will use the A and we will use the C to get in the value of the angle C. So sin of 38 over 5.61, that is the value we got some seconds ago, it's equal to the sin of C, the angle we don't know, over 8, that is the value of the measure C. So we'll have to clear the operation. We'll have to put this 8 on the other side so we can get the value of the sin of C. So it would get like this: 8 multiplied by the sin of 38 over 5.61, is that we cross the 8. So that is equal to the sin of C. So we'll have to get rid of this sin. So we cross it to the other side. This operation gives us 0.77. So the sin minus 1 of 0.77 is equal to the C. So this operation gives us that C is equal to 61.28. And now the last and the easiest part is getting the B. So we already know the value of two angles, and we already know also, because of the laws of triangles, that all triangles have 180 degrees of the total of values. So that means that we can get it with a simple operation. It would be 180 degrees, that is the value of the whole triangle in angles, minus 61.38, that it would be the C we already got, and 38 degrees, that is the value we already had of A. That is equal to 80.71. So the angle B is equal to 80.71. So that's how we finish all, and we know all the measures and all the angles. So it gets like this: angle A is equal to 38 degrees, angle B is equal to 80.71 degrees, and angle C is equal to 61.28. The measure A is equal to 5.61, the measure B is equal to 9, and the measure C is equal to 8. And that is how you get the values of a triangle. Thank you.